There we go. There we go. Saturday night, old school Clash of Champions, Junkyard Dog against Butch Reed with Teddy Long as the ref. Somewhat of a rare match because you've got two black wrestlers and a black referee. You did not get that a lot. In this era of wrestling. So, Earl Skakel in the house. What up, Jenna? It's actually not even WCW, it's NWA wrestling. Old school there. Coming up next, we've got, well, I guess this is WCW. I think we got a Dick Murdoch match. Oh shit, we've got, I mean, this is the best. This is the WCW channel. So we've got Dan Spivey in the ring now, Kevin Sullivan, the Varsity Club. So this must have been when Sid went to WWF because he was in a tag team called the Skyscrapers with Dan Spivey and the Steiner Brothers. Damn, he's a big dude. If you ever have the chance, Sid Vicious was a wrestler, not the guy from, they're battling some job, the First Family, U.S. Tag Team Champions. I mean, this is awesome to see this. This is, I want to say 91, 92 with a very hot, I believe, Missy Hyatt as their manager slash valet. Yeah, Sid Vicious, a.k.a. Sid Udy, a.k.a. Lord Humongous. Not the punk rocker dude. But I'm old, Checkfield. You're probably a youngin' and think I'm talking about the singer. All right. Damn, Dan Spivey was a big dude. I know I just tuned in. Is Vicious who we're talking about? Yeah, I'm talking about Sid Vicious, the wrestler. What I'm only reason we're talking about this is there's a new YouTube channel, or maybe it's not new. It's new to me, and it's 24 hours, 7 days a week, old school WCW, NWA, AWA matches. And it's just awesome to see some of these matches. You know, you see wrestlers. Like you see The Undertaker wrestling as Mean Mark Calloway. Yes, I am on tonight in 2 hours. This is live, baby doll. It's just called WCW. Look up WCW channel. Road Warriors when they're young. Kevin Sullivan when he's jacked. You know, most people only can recall seeing Kevin Sullivan when he was kind of fat. It's great to relive some of these memories. Because I was always a WCW, NWA, AWA guy, you know, Nikita Koloff, Magnum TA. So, yeah, Stunning Steve Austin, and I think it was Dan Spivey, the Hollywood Blondes or something. You know, Abdullah the Butcher. I mean, it's an awesome, it's just good memories for me. I don't know if, you know, anyone under 40 would like this. I mean, the Iron Sheik was never in WCW or AWA, to my knowledge, NWA. You know, you had Brian Pillman, a very, very young Sting. Who won the UFC? I didn't even know who was fighting, to be honest with you. Let me look up the card. What was it? What was the number, SC? UFC No, I never went to the monster truck shows. Um, UFC 322. Let's see. I don't even know who the card was. I used to be such a UFC maniac, but ever since DirecTV stopped carrying the pay-per-views, let's see here. UFC full card results. Let's check that out. Okay. See, I don't even recognize one person on the card other than Shevchenko. Uh, Makachev defeated. Okay. No heavyweights on the damn Leon Edwards. He's been around forever. See, this was billed has like this massive, unbelievable card. I mean, this card is not doesn't really have a lot of star power, to be honest with you. Um, yes, drink some water. Oh, really? Bo Nickel? I thought that was like some fake name, but I see it's not. I watched the one prelim, early prelim. Fatima Klein defeated Angela Hill. That was a good fight. No heavyweights on this card. Jesus Christ, man. So I don't know. Tickets were so expensive. Cheapest. Wow, that's crazy because I'm looking at. I mean, I kind of know who Islam Alkachev is. I know Shevchenko, and that's it on the main card. I mean, I've heard of Leon Edwards. Oh man, Benoit Saint Denis defeated Benail Dariush 16 seconds into the first round. Jesus. Um, I don't know if I'd say the UF. Well, yeah, New York's got. I mean, yeah, you're talking about. It's almost like a casino gig in New York, where the UFC is like how you start your night off, and then you go out clubbing or to dinner or something. I am at the store tonight. Oh, Olivier, this kid in Columbus is tough. Olivier, he's probably the heavyweight champ. I see. I'm multitasking. And he's a good player. That's the interesting thing. Is Olivier's a good player. What up, Ice P? I'm scared now to say people's names on here because usually you guys have. Oh, here we go. 39. Carrick and Olivier. Oh my God, Carrick's gonna get killed. Oh, jeez. Oh, oh no, Carrick's gonna need some shots. Oh boy. Oh yeah, right in the air. I mean, Olivier undefeated. Um, so yes, George Perez is bringing me up. I'm kind of excited. George always gives me a great intro. George is someone who I don't have to worry about. Am I going to get a good intro? So I'm looking forward to tonight, and I'm in a really good mood tonight for some reason. So I don't know. You don't have to be sorry about your name. Thank you, Hugo. Lois is sleeping right now, but knowing that I just started streaming, she'll probably start coughing for the next 30 minutes. But that's all right. Earl Skakel in the house. I've never seen. Actually, I did see Living Color once back in the day in person when Corey Glover was wearing the body glove wetsuits. I mean, that was an interesting look for sure. And it didn't really leave a lot to the imagination that he had a huge hog. Um, oh, good for Cardona. I've seen Cardona on GCW. So And I think he's done a few things in AEW. But good for him. I like when these indie guys get their shot. Like there's a guy, I think his name's Mance or Lance Warner. I only see him in the indies. He's a great bad guy. Um, I mean, I've never seen Steve Lukather at the Comedy Store anyway. But yeah, Zack Ryder. It's good for these guys, you know. Um, I mean, it doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt. I'm interested to see where Karrion Kross goes because, like I said, I mean, the natural um, fit would be AEW, but because his wife, I believe, or his girlfriend, I'm not quite sure what the reference is. Um, I guess Don Callis allegedly sexually harassed her in TNA. So I don't think you're going to see them in AEW. Um, so I don't know about Dennis Miller. I've never seen Dennis Miller at a club. John Mayer's a cool guy. You know, he bombed one night on stage in the original room, and I think he saw a lot of people talking to me. So I thought, oh, I'll ask this guy how I did. He's like, Earl, how did I do? Did you see my act? I'm like, well, John, how would you feel if I interrupted one of your concerts playing guitar like shit? And he kind of got what I was saying. I mean, just that I had him on my podcast with Chad Zumock, Kim Coates, that is. He was an awesome guy. It was like he started asking us questions. So that was very, very, very nice. You know, that he was cool. Kim Coates gets it. He's been a working actor. He was on Miami Vice, so I'm sure he did some things before that. So he's been a working actor for 40 years. He probably would do my podcast. He's a nice guy, like you know, and a great guitar player. I mean, I don't like his music, but it's not. Let me put it that another way. It's not that I don't like his music. I just, you know, I'm a metalhead, so trust me, Mayer gets a lot of pussy. He don't care what I think of his music. Trust me on that one. What up, CC Motion? A Thompson, yo 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 yo. If I had his email, I would send him the link. But I don't do, you know, I don't do interviews on here. I don't. Well, Florida and Tampa getting into it. This is a nice rivalry here. Um, yeah, he's a very good player. I mean, I wish Gamboul was here. You know, that's the guy. I don't think he'll ever come back to my stream again just because we had a disagreement about Ace Frehley. Like, I would like for him to be in the stream right now so he could chime in on John John Mayer. What up, Matt? Interesting, interesting. I don't watch WWE, so I don't really. There's all kinds of rumors that John Cena's last match will be Edge, but I don't know if Edge is still signed with AEW. I hope he is. So wait, I get it. Should play some music, bro. Yeah, but I don't want to get my channel dinged. What up, Rimrod? Johnny Lamb in the house. I'm back. Back in the New York groove. Yeah, I mean, Jericho looks ripped, but I'd rather see Edge and Cena because they had more of a rivalry. Um, Les Habitants. I don't know. I was watching Jack Eye certainly lost a fight tonight against former LA King Tanner Janot. Messier is awesome, and he was cool when I met him. So, yeah, Jennifer Love Hewitt, but you know she looks really good for an older girl. Like, yeah, she's put on weight, but you know, holy fuck, you know, everyone puts on weight when you get older. No one really gets more ripped unless you're doing roids or something. Yeah, the guitar player, I remember that kid. Uh, yeah, Sarah Tiana's awesome. She's my homie. I did not. Is he WWE? I was not invited to Christian stuff. I'd hit that, you know. I mean, She's probably so annoying though. The minute you squirt, you want her out. I love me some Big John Stud. Um, interesting, interesting. I think the Steeler game is on national TV tomorrow, so I signed up for the YouTube thing. Was it? I think it's $85 a month. You know, you have a trial run, see if I'd want to buy the whole package. And just the 1 month I picked, the Steelers are on national TV 3 out of the 4 weeks. So fuck that. Putski, Playboy Buddy Rose. Damn, there's a name from the past. Um, you know, he was kind of like a fat Ric Flair. Do you remember Zach Ryder? Yeah, I mean, I remember him, but I don't. I think Cardona's been in AEW a few times for like one-off appearances. So, I mean, I don't know what the WWE would do with him at this point. You know, he's probably going to be a. I would guess he'd be a glorified jobber. And this Florida Tampa Bay game got a little surly. They're showing highlights of it tonight. Um, King's looking good. I mean, ex Ottawa Senator Anton Forsberg with the shutout against his old team. Yes, Jenna, Boston lost 3-2. Ex King Victor Arvidsson scored a goal. So, Doc Mack, that's funny. How good could have I mean, Steamboat was pretty good as is. I mean, Ottawa Kings. Um, I mean, it was a defensive battle. LaFerriere with a nice tip from Mikey Anderson. And, all right. I'm trying to. I mean, it was a good. I mean, and that was a good goal. I mean, it was a tip in, like, it was un. Um, I mean, it wasn't the goaltender's fault. I mean, 17 shots each team had, so it was a defensive struggle. I mean, the Kings game right now seems to be more geared towards the road. I think they're 8-1-1 on the road this year, which is funny because last year they were under 500 and almost perfect on the road. I think they were 30, 31, 6-4. I'm just watching some of the fights in the Tampa game. And this game did get a little surly. It's a great rivalry, though. It's kind of in that Islander Ranger mode. Um, yeah, I mean, you look at the games and you look at Glenn Hanlon's goalie pads when he was with the Rangers or Vancouver. I mean, they were so tiny. I think the goaltenders might have been better back in the day because they had smaller pads. Um, so, thank you, Jenna. We didn't do shout outs in here. And I know what you're trying to get me to say. So, don't be an idiot, DZ. I wouldn't say that name even if you super chatted me $20. Uh, well, it's funny. The LA Kings have a player, Jeff Malat. His brother is an active fighter in the UFC. Yeah, I mean, come on, DZ. I'm too quick. I'm too good. I'm too fast. You'll never be quicker than me. So just smoke some weed, do some Molly, jack off or whatever, and watch the stream. Have a good time. Well, you would if you got the NHL package TV. I mean, you know, they're an interesting team so far this year. They're not good at home. They're really not good at home. Um, but on the road, I don't want to say they're unbeatable, but you know, they're just all right. We got a nice little brawl in the third period against Florida, and we got Yeah, I mean, this is such a great rivalry. You've got guys like Yanni Gord fighting. Um, oh, I see if there was a brawl at the end of the game. All right. Um, it's Kings are looking. I mean, Kopitar's definitely slowing down, but he's still playing good. I mean, Kempe, you can tell Kempe's contract situation is bothering him. Um, their best player, really, to be honest with you, their best player has been Corey Perry. He's slowing down a little bit. Drew Doughty took a puck to the ankle. Man, that guy just can't catch a break. Who knows what's happening? I mean, it's right in the spot where there's no padding. I mean, geez, I hope it ain't broken, but who knows? Um, no, I don't want to watch David Lucas do anything. Jimmy Carr would kill David Lucas in a roast battle. So, no thank you, SC. I know you're trying to help, but I mean, the William Montgomery um, analysis is, it was really, it was just interesting. I'm so interested because, everything I say about Kill Tony comics ended up. I don't find David Lucas funny at all, and I don't really find him to be a good roaster. And, just says the N word this, N word that. It's just not funny to me. I mean, you saw his real stand up when he walked the crowd on the George Floyd joke, and he had no plan B, to keep them. So, Flames 12, you can do better than that. I mean, you're already bombing in my stream. Hit the like and subscribe button, bitch. Um, I mean, Eddie Murphy was a great comic. Yeah, I mean, that's you want to watch David Lucas, watch him try and roast Harlan Williams. Um, so that's when you see a comedy mind against a Kill Tony comic. It ain't even close. But Steve Eiserman. Now that's a new one. I've never been told I look like Steve Eiserman. But the William Montgomery thing was interesting because if you go back and watch my clip, you'll see everything I say about Kill Tony happened in that clip. Flames 12, you're 0 for 2, baby doll. Listen, you're never going to get the best of me. So, like I just told the other guy, smoke some weed, jack off or something, and just enjoy the stream. You'll never be as good as me, ever. Come on now. I mean, Jeffrey Epstein was a good-looking guy. I mean, let's be honest. He just couldn't keep it in his pants when he was around 12-year-olds. Would you fight Bob Probert in his prime? I'd rather fight Bob Probert than Joey Koser. Joey Koser could fuck you up. Well, I'm being honest too, Beirut. I'm being honest too. See, you guys get upset when I'm honest with you. When you roast me, I'm going to roast you back. That's just how it works in this stream. Well, the trolls, come on in. We welcome the trolls, as long as you don't do like N-word towers or whatever. Then you're banned for life. If you do an N-word tower in my stream, you're just banned. Out. Done forever. Bob Ross. Freeway Bob Ross? Or is that Freeway Rick Ross? Well, I'm just reiterating my honesty to your reiterating your honesty. It's fine. It's all good. Well, I mean, I don't know what that last bar means, but, enjoy the stream, baby doll. Well, I don't know who Fiona is. I mean, I don't know Cam, to be honest with you. So, like, I don't, you know, uh, I don't. Uh, well, Flames 12, just remember this, Flames 12, you're a fucking loser. You've got nothing going on in life. See you later. Goodbye. Um, I am a hockey player, that is for sure. Flames 12 is now gone. I mean, what a loser. Citizen M, who's a MLC reject? I don't know who you're talking about. Um, I mean, who spells the N word? Like, I mean, it's not even funny. Like, um, would you see Sarah McLachlan? I would not see Sarah McLachlan. But let's get back to William Montgomery Baum. And, um, it shows you I know what I'm talking about. I mean, I can see, like, can I watch the hockey game right now? A little bit. But I also have an 85-inch TV. Could I read the chat right now? No, I could not. We're just talking about everything and nothing at the same time. I mean, but it's not even funny to me, like in an N-word tower. It's basically saying, "Hell, hello, I'm a racist." um, so, okay, I like that round dice. Um, you're right, it's not funny. What's funny is how people get upset about it. I'm not upset about it. I just think it's like embarrassing that someone in 2025 thinks that's funny. I'm not virtue signaling. You guys are a sensitive bunch in here. You're literally defending someone who said the N word in here. Think about that before you type your next thing. Think about that. You're making me the bad guy. Like, wow. This might not be the stream for you, kid. Yeah. I mean, like I have a great sense of humor. I really do. Um, but like it's just not funny at all. Um, no, I know you don't, Ryan. I'm just saying, like, it's just funny to me. Like how I become the bad guy. Uh, I'm a great guy, to be honest with you. I would not see Jewel in any year. Um, Baba, you're on thin ice with that one, that's for sure. Oh yeah, I mean, I have a racist joke about the first time I heard the N word, but it's you have to say the N word to do the story. You can't. And I think I've told this story before, but one night there was a giant black guy in the stream. Big black. There was a giant black dude in the front row. I mean, think Aaron McDonald's uh, size. And someone from the back saw that and they go, "Hey Earl, why don't you do your N-word story now?" And the guy looks at me and goes, "What is it?" I'm like, "I have to say that word or else it's just not funny." And he's like, "You can say it, but it better be funny." And so I said the joke. It's just a true story about the first time I heard the word. And he laughed pretty hard. And then I'm like, "Hey, I've got about 20 other jokes with that word in it. Can I tell those?" And he looks at me and goes, "Not if you want to tell another joke." Um, King of All Blacks. Maybe we can get King of All Blacks, Big Black, and Angry Black in the stream at one time. I do allow the trolls a lot of leeway in this stream. Who was it? Who's Ryan O'Neill? Ryan O'Neill said, "Why don't you try your N-word joke now?" I'm like, ah. I was mocking the kids in the chat, throwing out what they think is funny. Okay, Papa, you're good then. Well, you should reach out to him, Michael. Let him know. Let him know. Um, well, I mean, my one friend opened up for Dave Chappelle. No, I meant who said it? Who said the first time you heard it? I mean, to be honest with you, my dad. But in the joke, I say my uncle. Um, I do like that song by Toto, and Weezer does a great cover of it. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I've got some insight into their feud, but um, because that happened right when I joined. I think I joined like 2 weeks after that happened, so I was kind of caught in the middle of their feud. Um, we don't do the black jokes in here, Citizen. Citizen M is here, so we can do Dabbleverse um, questions if you want. I got to turn off the heat. It is very cold in LA right now. There's Lois. Lois be chilling. So, fire away with Dabbleverse questions. But, getting back to William Montgomery bombing, everything I say about Kill Tony happened in that clip. When I said that, let me get that a little farther down of an angle. There we go. When I said that, Kill Tony, comics struggle, doing more than 1 minute of material because they're used to doing 1 minute with, all the band-aids that are on the show with Tony, red band, sound effects, the band, 2 to 3 panelists. And you could see at one point in that video with William Montgomery, he knew he was bombing, and he kind of looks to the left because you could tell he's been trained, and you could tell he's like, oh shit, I'm up here alone. Radar, I'll do Buffalo Bill when you pay me to do it. I'm doing a half-hour stream so far for no money. You got to show me the money, honey. So we went to the British Virgin Islands. No, the U.S. Virgin Islands. Yeah, well, I think black clubs really respect someone who looks like me or Pat doing them. Yeah, David, we don't do stock tips in here, so you're going to be gone if you bring it up one more time. Like I had a friend of mine who opened up for Chappelle at a black club in New York, and he went to Dave before, and he said, "Hey, Dave, I'm gonna drop the N word on my first show because I want them to like think, wow, this guy's crazy." Oh shit, Mickey Blitzko, $5. Show me the money, honey. So he tells Chappelle what he's going to say, and Chappelle's like, listen, they're either going to love you or they're going to fucking kill you. Well, we're not bringing up your business in my stream, you fucking Momo. You know what, David? You're gone. Sorry, dude. You're spamming. Blocked, bitch. Now, that guy strikes me as the type of guy who has a couple burner accounts at the hop, so don't worry about it. Well, I don't know about that. So basically, the guy's joke was he walks out there and, yeah, see ya, David. I mean, who goes into a stream on a Saturday night to talk stock tips? You clearly don't know my fan base. So the guy walks out there and he looks at the front row and it's all black women and goes, ladies, you are in luck tonight because I love to eat pussy. And there was dead silence in the room. And he waited about 2-3 seconds and goes, because black guys don't do that. And he got a standing ovation. So, you can tell it if it's funny. You can do an N-word joke in a comedy club if it's funny. But, man, you better hope it's funny. And that's another thing I think, Montgomery did wrong is like 5 seconds in, he did crowd work. And, you can only do that if you're Rick Ingram or Ian Bagg. You can't do crowd work 5 seconds in. You've got to establish a trust with the audience. Now, here's where I'll stick up for Montgomery to a degree. I don't know. You're right on that, SC. What happened before they started filming him? several things could have happened. And what I mean by that is, did the comic before him bomb? Did the comic before him do well? Did the I don't know if there was an MC, or I don't know if it was what they call the piggyback system, where the comic before you just brings you up. Like tonight, George Perez is bringing me up. There's not a host. Did whoever brought him up? Did they give him a shitty warm up, a shitty intro? It's like SC knows the story, but the time Eddie Pepitone brought me up at the store and he gave me a shitty intro. I had to dig out of it. So did someone do that? And I'm friends with Eddie, so I don't know what happened that night. Maybe it was on something or whatever. But so I'll give William a little bit of leeway just because I don't know what happened before he got on stage. But I am doing a set tonight in about an hour and a half. And so, like my intro, George, I guarantee you I'm going to have a good set tonight because I know George Perez is going to give me a great intro. So, see, that's funny, Daryl. I mean, I never had a better time than being one of the few white comics allowed in the black circle on Tuesday nights on the patio at the Comedy Store, where it was basically roast battle. Yes, you can't see the monitor in my glasses. I do apologize about that, but my vision ain't great, as you guys know. Drew Doughty left in a walking boot. Ooh, man, that's not good. And the Kings don't really have a right-handed defenseman in the minors, so we might see a trade here. I would bet the Kings would call Buffalo and say, "Hey, what do you got, baby?" I don't know Buffalo's roster very much, to be honest with you, so it should be interesting to see what happens. But maybe he's out just a few games, so I don't know. Well, I don't know what happened with Eddie that night. He knew I was going on after him, and for some reason said, "Hey, that's the show, ladies and gentlemen." So people were getting up to leave. I get on stage. Half the crowd's literally standing up, gathering their purses and jackets. So maybe something like that happened to William Montgomery. I don't know. Because the crowd. Here's the thing. There are two situations with that crowd. They were not either happy with the comic before William, so they were mad, and whoever was coming on after was going to suffer the wrath, or the comic before William did well, and they were just like, okay, well, this guy's not going to be as good. It's one or the other, I guarantee you that. Or he got a shitty intro. So, but you can tell, most Kill Tony comics, they don't have a plan B. So when the crowd turned on him almost instantly, he had no plan B. He doubled down. He did the Pacific Islander line a few times. That never worked. He did a couple off-color jokes. That didn't work. And that's what you see when a Kill Tony comic does a show in front of a non-Kill Tony crowd. Nobody likes onions. $1.99. That can't be the real Patrick Melton. Melton, if that is you, I was a OG member of your membership program. I paid $13 a month. That's all you can give me, you son of a bitch. I would do a roast at Hackamania. I would not a roast battle, but like if you guys were roasting Ray or something, I would do that. I would not do stand up again at Hackamania because they don't want to hear that shit. Oh, it is a fake Melton. Okay, well, that explains the $1.99. That would be funny if they had a Melton roast. I'd go for that. Or a Chad roast at the stand. Who would win roast battle, you or David Lucas? Well, here's the thing. Anyone could lose a roast battle. I lost 3 times. I won, I think, 9, tied 1, but I really won that one. They were just fucking around. So I won 10 times, lost 3 times. Um, David Lucas is a bully. He ain't gonna bully me. Trust me on that one. And I've got information on him that, uh, let's just say, doesn't paint him in a good light. And I would say that on stage, and he would be hearing it for the first time. And go ahead, call me the N word a few times. That ain't gonna get you out of what I know. Um, he's relentless against. I don't think he's funny at all. I saw him do a few roast battles. I wasn't impressed. And he would think that I would just hit him with being fat and black. I wouldn't even bring it up. I wouldn't even bring up his weight. So I'm on a whole nother level. So I would, yeah, and don't think I don't have reports on him on the road. I do. I don't ask for them either because I don't really care what David Lucas is up to. I mean, he's banned from the Comedy Store for stealing drinks. I've heard he steals jokes. I don't know if he does or not. That's the word on the street, is that he steals jokes. So yeah, I mean, and Harlan Williams isn't even a roast comic. So the pup is sleeping right now. Thank you very much for asking. I love my little Lois. She's my baby girl. So we'll do about another 15 minutes, guys. Earl, can you come on Dave Sarah's stream and watch Liam's special? Nah, I'm good on that. Lois is awesome, to be honest with you. Well, he might not even know how to read either. Hey, see what I did there? I'm just too quick. I'm too quick. But anyone can lose. I lost to 3 people. The first person I ever lost to a roast battle never did another roast battle. She had 1 roast battle against me, and she beat me. It was my ex-girlfriend. I mean, we were dating at the time. So, Lois, unfortunately, is the only girl in my life at the moment. There's just not a lot I can do about that, but I'm all right. Who is that Jax guy that always roasts Earl? I don't know who Jax is. Jax Taylor from Vanderpump Rules? Yeah, the Big 3 Wendy weekend was pretty epic. I mean, that was an all-timer. No one, there's not a girl on earth who's better than my dog Lois. That's a fact, Jack. Earl Skakel live Saturday night. I'll be at the Comedy Store in about an hour and 19 minutes. Yeah, we really were. And, hey, see, I like a good Stephen Wright joke. I had a dream that everything in my apartment was stolen and then replaced with exact replicas. Hey, I don't know. Cactus. I don't know. I don't know if hers is this deep, but maybe it is. I don't know. I haven't heard Miley Cyrus talk in a second. We don't do all caps in here, Visionary. Jax? Oh, I don't know. Earl, can you sing a little Wrecking Ball for us to test that theory? I don't know any Miley Cyrus songs. Very carefully, Ray. Trust me on that one. Blessings to you, ma'am. Well, I'm not a woman, but thank you for your blessings, I guess. Yeah, you can imagine if I drank or smoked cigarettes, how I would talk. Thank God I don't. You don't know any? I don't. Party in the USA. Hands up. I don't know the words though. Move it, creep. Well, Calrissian, did he survive? Arby's, we've got the meats. No, I'm good on him. He doesn't pay me, man. You pay Kiki $4,000 this year. You haven't paid me a dollar. Who saved more shows, me or Kiki? Come on, man. That's embarrassing. No offense to her, but like, come on. The Freaks, EA Sports. It's in the game. The Freaks do come out at night. That's a fact, Jack. That the trolls come into my stream, but not too bad. That's what I like when I get the Yonder Wizard bump. Not a single troll. I mean, 1,500 people from his stream come in my stream, and not a single troll. Um, I mean, I just think Kevin, he's turned into Howard Stern whack packers. I mean, I watched a few minutes of it tonight. I mean, Clearwater Chad just stares into the camera and doesn't say anything, and he gets paid. But the great thing about Kevin's stream is, he'll live without me in it, and I'll certainly live without him in it. So, I mean, I've done 30 to 40 MLCs in the last 3 years. I've never been paid a dollar. And I love Kevin, but sour milk $4.99. Damn, fuck yeah, sour milk in the house. Yeah. Get Lois some treats from me, big girl. Mama, 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 mama. I mean, I tried to, associate myself or whatever you want to call it with Perry Carabello Live. I thought, I'm a Comedy Store paid regular. I've known Perry longer than anyone, including Tom. And then, I got doxxed a few times, and some people who don't like Tom wanted me to carry on that feud. It's like, that ain't my feud. That's between you and Tom. So I'll never. I have no association with those guys. So Earl is a Kennedy. Dude, don't get too popular. You might get shot. Hello! And I do have a big head, so, I mean, it's an easy target. Um, Actually, I've known Perry probably longer than Mole. I've met him in 2000 at the Canoga Park Bowl. So, yeah, I did, Ray. And, I got a great sense of humor. I really do. But, sending things to people's homes and calling my home line, that just, to me, that crosses the line. Now, I'll give them this. They only sent it that one night. But, I'm not Perry. I'm a relatively respectful stand-up comic. You got a problem with Tom, that's fine, but I'm not going to get in on that feud. I mean, he looks nothing like Tony Hinchcliffe, so to me, that's not funny. I don't know. It wasn't that many. I mean, one guy sent 3 bricks, big ones, and then another person sent a bag of smaller bricks. I mean, it wasn't. It's just like, I don't know, man. Sending stuff to someone's home address, that's just not. I don't know. I just think that crosses a line. And they called. The first 2 phone calls were just hang-ups. And then the third call, the guy was saying some pretty graphic stuff that I'm pretty sure if anyone in this stream got the phone call I got. So I did dox the guy. I said, okay, you want to fucking call my home line? Well, here, everyone, here's. Now, that was wrong for me to do that. But, it's just, I did it. So, no, I've got, I mean, I'm doing a stream right now to 21 people on a Saturday night, so I don't know how much dignity I can say I have or don't have. Well, I've got a great sense of humor. And if they would have sent me something healthy to eat from Taco Bell, I probably would have eaten it on the stream. But then I'm like, oh, fuck. Now they're going to do it all the time if I do it. So, and the scary thing was some guy a couple days ago in the stream was kind of trying to justify, like, dude, it's funny, man. I'm like, no, it's not. But that's that world. So I told Tom, hey, I'm done. Please don't ever mention my name on the stream again. I thank you for I did probably get about 100 subscribers out of the association. So thank you for that. But uh, I live a good life, man. You know, so. Doxing means you give out someone's home address, and that's another thing. Someone in that world put my home address in the stream. That's funny. Like I don't think it is. So, but they can have that world. So that's you literally got rid of a funny working stand-up comic who's known Perry probably longer than anyone but Barris. Um, so. Oh, interesting. I don't know. That's the scary thing is. Now I'm probably listed in like the white pages or something. So that's on me for not, I guess, hiding my address. But whoever thinks that someone from the internet I don't know. It's not for me. Do it to Perry. But that's why also Perry has 1,000 people in the stream, and I've got 23 people. Um, See, that's funny. The Dolly Parton joke. Um, But that's why I'm sure if I would have trolled them back, they would have sent more stuff to my house. And that's at the end of the day, the trolls in this case have the power. They know where I live, so I got to be kind of cool. And I got the feeling that if I kind of showed it, made me angry. It didn't make me angry, but if it bothered me, they'd continue. And then the next step is swatting, and the next step is other things they could do. And I'm like, fuck it, man, just let them have their night of fun. And I told Tom the next day. Actually, I told him that night, just remove my name from anything you guys talk about. So I did get the Tom Brennan push for 2 streams, and then I'm out of the Tom Brennan business. Um, yeah, I mean, well, the whole thing came about by me and Tom not reuniting, but I never really met Tom before. I met him at when we did the gay wedding video at Barris filmed. I don't know, a couple of years ago. I don't think it ever aired. Okay, this guy's a nice guy or whatever, quiet. And then Don and him got into a beef or whatever, and they stopped. And so we were both at a wedding of a mutual friend of ours, and the friend was like, "Hey, you should like have Tom raid your stream afterwards. You'll get a lot of followers." And the first 2 streams was great. Like I said, I picked up about 100 followers, but then Tom had warned me that there's like 10 people who are troublemakers in the stream, and that should have been the red flag. I've got to watch out for 10 people. I should have just said I'm out. But then those 10 people would come in my stream and they'd try and cause trouble, and which is fine. That's Perry's world. It's built around trolling, sending stuff to people's homes, doxing. That ain't my world. So I'd rather do a stream to 27 people than have 900 people and then worry about getting swatted. So it's all good. Enough Perry talk. Um, so yeah, but Jordan has like I think all his private information blacked out on the internet. So I don't think that they can send him anything or call him. It just was unnerving to get home phone calls. And really, the first 2 phone calls were hang-ups. But the third call was very graphic and just like, holy fuck, this guy's a loose cannon. Um, so, you know. Yeah, I mean, it just wasn't fun. And like I said, Yonder Wizard, I think is more my crowd anyway, because I don't know if Perry fans are stand-up fans, to be honest with you. Whereas 3 more minutes, guys, and then I got to get ready. So I don't know if Yonder Wizard fans are stand-up fans. They're Austin based, and Yonder Wizard's a very funny guitar comic or performer, whatever he wants to be known as. And literally, um, um, he routinely sends 500 to almost 2,000 people in my stream. Not a single troll in about seven Yonder Wizard raids. So it's just more my thing. Um, you know, I asked him to because I was getting not SWAT. I was getting docs. People put my home address out there. People calling my home line. And then people wanting me to take on their feuds with Tom, and it's not for me. I mean, I get the world why it's popular. I mean, it's like the Gong Show with one person, and that shit is popular. Look at Roast Battle, look at Kill Tony, but I'm good. I'd rather the Yonder Wizard bump every now and then. Um, so good for you, Big C. Good for you. Um, I don't care who sent me. I don't want to talk about it anymore. Just like I left the world. I've been much happier since leaving it. And I've got just to reiterate, I've got a fantastic sense of humor. Like I can take a joke, I can give a joke, obviously, but sending stuff to people's homes, that's just like that's a line in the sand for me. Um, so I don't know, Ling Ling. I don't really remember, to be honest with you. They accused me of blocking someone, and you guys know me. I've never blocked anyone on this stream ever. I'm an open book. I have my real name on the stream. I've got my real picture on the stream. I hide from nothing. I might put someone in timeout or whatever, but so they were upset that they thought I blocked one of their trolls, their main troll, maybe their leader or whatever. So it's all good, all good. I'm a Yonder Wizard guy. Well, I don't like blocking people because I like free speech and I like it's an open forum and hey, let's have a good time in here. If you do an inward tower, I will block you. So let me take that back. I have blocked people who do that. Um, but um, I don't know at this point. I'm a Steeler guy, so I don't know. All right, guys, I've got to go. I can't be late at the Comedy Store. Um, I actually didn't, Ling Ling. I didn't. I've never blocked anyone from the PCL world. Um, Now maybe one of my moderators did, but I don't think so because all my moderators are the fucking best. And I tell every one of my mods, hey, just kick out the inward towers and whatnot. And other than that, don't block anyone, don't mute anyone. I'm totally a free speech believer, and so um, and I welcome the I'm assuming there's a market of that world that like, hey, we just want to listen to a funny person. Come on in. Um, well, you block the trolls. Here's another reason, and then I really do have to go. You, I don't block the trolls unless they do the inward stuff because, in some ways, that's what they want. They want to upset you so much, you block them, and then they come in under another burner account. And, so if you don't block them, they usually run out of steam. I'm talking about trolls in general, not just the people from PCL. Thank you guys. Thank you very much. So that's the way I do it. And all right, you guys, I gotta go. It's 10. We'll do 2 more minutes. We'll go to we'll go to the 11 o'clock mark. Oh, I don't mind that they lurk in here. Come on in. I want people to come in here. I really don't. Like I said, I don't even know their problems with Tom. So it's not my world. I just figured, okay, they're comedy fans, I guess. I'm a comic. Who doesn't want new comedy fans? But I think they're more, Perry fans. So, and that style of humor, which is, basically trolling this guy to do what they want. And I get that. I mean, listen, they have 1,000 people in the stream. I've got 24. So clearly something's working in that stream that's not working here. But I'm just a comic who likes talking to fans or potential fans. And I think, like I said, I think Yonder Wizards fan base um, is just much more for what I'm um, looking for, just comedy fans. Um, this is the first live I've been in that's normal. Well, CJ, I try and make it normal. Um, Yeah, but I don't want to, you get in with the Mersh crowd, then you get into the Dabbleverse shit. And I try not to talk about the Dabbleverse. I mean, I talk about it from time to time because it's a fascinating world to me. And, I like to talk, I like to, it's why I don't do well on Kill Tony, is because I actually try and give good comedy advice. And people are like, we don't want to hear that shit. You're like the roast battle guy. Call this guy fat or call this guy a whore. Um, so like in the Mersh crowd and the Pat Dixon crowd, they would want me to talk shit about Felicia or Karmic or Gino or make fun of Kevin or whatever. It's just not my thing. I don't make fun of people online. I do it to their face. Earl Skakel, over and out.